everyone, welcome to a new game. This is Can Androids Pray? I'm playing this completely blind. This is an indie game that I bought ages ago in a charity bundle. And yeah, I literally don't know anything about it. I didn't do any research prior to this. So let's begin. And yeah, this noise is part of the game.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
What does that even mean?
Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
What does meek mean? I'm not an English native.
Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. And blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God.
Okay, first of all, really dope narrator voice and really dope music track there. I'm not religious, never have been. I don't know the future, but I'm fairly confident in never becoming religious. I don't want to offend anyone, but the majority of sentences that the narrator spoke sound incredibly, incredibly toxic to me. But for the sake of immersion, let's go with this. Beatrice, your fuel line's cut, dumbass. Can androids pray? Fuck my giant metallic body. Even if we didn't have to worry about corrosive air, or not having supplies, or not having long-range comms, or not having shit fuck all when it comes to surviving past tomorrow, we're doomed. My arm servos are locked, Private. Judging from the condition of your mech, you aren't moving from that spot either. No matter what we do, or what we say, or what we want, your fuel tank's gonna blow us up sky high. Will happen just as the sun rises. Should be beautiful. Why did you chase it? So, I've said this before, I'm 100% against AI. I'm unapologetically so. So, I'm gonna play this as there's no conscience here. Unless, like, there's an actual human brain that's been planted into a machine. And I don't know. It's our job. It's what I was programmed to do. Sure, it's my job, but that doesn't mean I have to chase a 40 G9 buckshot H09 into a fucking canyon. It has buckshot in the name. What did you think would happen? Jeez. I blame you. This is your fucking fault, Private. My name is Scourt, jackass. Okay. This is your fucking fault, Court. I do not want to die. I really, really don't want to die. And if I was going to die anyway, I would have wanted to plan it. I would have eaten whatever I wanted. What do you mean, eaten? I would have tried one of those Verge Classic programs instead of rewatching Mechamates. I would have tried reading at some point. Maybe not the last one. I am having trouble with my imminent death. The civility filter seems to be picking up on that. On the bright side, I guess it will go before we do. Shit! I'm sorry. Want to know something funny? Sure, tell me. Your little stunts saved our lives. Temporarily, but still. When you pulled me away from the engagement to chase that bastard, man, I can't read this font, I'm sorry. To chase that bastard, I saw something go off behind us. I didn't realize what it was until now. The Mercury Protectorate had a fucking anti-Ferrous bomb. MP sacrificed every unit they had in that crater to wipe us out. Probably melted us inside our suits. Melted us. Okay, so we are not just the suits. As far as deaths go, this isn't going to be so bad. Well, at least we're taking one of those MP fucks with us. Good riddance. I'm not certain we did that. You know how Chain of Command works? When Captain Boronar went down, I had to pick up his... You know I asked for this detail? I volunteered to do something just once and he kills me. Sure, learned my lesson. I mean, fuck! Nobody thinks about the Mercury Protectorate. Command didn't project a single casualty. Before networks were already fighting over the streaming rights, that's how much of a cakewalk this was supposed to be. We were supposed to stomp them. MPs aren't supposed to have enhanced mechs. MPs aren't supposed to have giant-ass bombs. I guess they do now, though. Look at me. I'm looking at you. Can't even move my arms. I don't think this is the thing. I don't like any of these responses. I'm struggling to understand what we are. Like, specifically, I don't think the game will answer. Like, this sounds sassy, unnecessarily sassy. This sounds like condescendent, and this is just... It's not about us, like... in my head, I would think of, okay, what can I possibly do? Like, think outside the box or something like that. Hang in there. Huh. I'm sure trying, Private. Really are going to die, you know. The air in this sector is toxic. Without fuel or battery packs, our life support is going to run out. Also, you're going to explode, so that's a problem. So, are we a person inside this? They used to call this planet Earth. I watched documentaries about it. The sunsets were supposed to be beautiful. Now that there's all the stuff in the air, the colors and light and stuff, it's to die for. This doesn't have to be the end. There has to be something we can do. Like, in my head, this is what I would do, what I would be doing, but number one, I suffer from anxiety. Legit. And depending on the meds, I don't know how functional or rational I would be, because I'm on new medication, and for the next 2 to 3 weeks now, all I do mostly is sleep. Like, to give you an idea of what my day-to-day is, I wake up at 8. I leave my job at 5. I eat a quick meal at 5. And at 5:30 p.m., I'm in bed. So, I'm really struggling to find the energy to do anything other than sleep. Oh, another yawn. Great. But I really, it's really hard to, like, realistically speaking, you don't know how you will react in a very dramatic situation. Like, you might have an idea of what you'll do, but until it happens, it's a guess, basically. So, yeah. This doesn't have to be the end. There has to be something we can do. I admire your persistence. We are totally fucked, though. Sorry. What is that? Do you ever think about God? Not really, no. I think about God a lot. I try not to, but I do. Okay, why do you try not to? There's this person, thing, that can see everyone and everything. Made good and evil, made the universe confusing. How many religious people are gonna have a problem with God didn't make evil, God is good. God doesn't do evil things. And when bad things happen, it's always for a reason. It's because he has a bigger plan. It's because whatever bullshit they say. Well, it's bullshit to me anyway. I keep thinking and trying to understand him, and it's... God is... What do you think God is like? Like, I'm not religious. So there's people that believe and really strongly, and that's absolutely fine. There's people that are like, oh, I guess there is something, but I'm not gonna find out while I'm alive, so that, whatever. And there's some people that you can't, they said, oh, maybe there is, maybe there isn't, I don't know. And then there's people like me that's like, there isn't. I honestly believe that there isn't. Now, the thing is, nobody can prove a thing. So it's all just theories, and everyone is free to have an opinion on this, and no one should be ridiculed for whatever belief they have. But I also believe that you shouldn't force your beliefs on others, regardless of what these beliefs are. I live near a church, and every week there's somebody who drops these religious flyers under my door. And it's so motherfucking annoying. And not only that, 2 days ago, when I was sleeping under my medication, or under the influence of my medication, I started hearing a bunch of people singing, very poorly mind you, non-stop, just one verse. And it went something like, "Oh, Virgin Mary, you are my mother. Oh, Virgin Mary, you are my mother. Oh, Virgin Mary, you are my mother." Like, time and time and time again. And because I'm new to this medication and, you know, still trying to get used to this, to the side effects, I legit thought I was hallucinating. And I was like, oh my god, I need to call my doctor. She didn't tell me I was gonna hallucinate. this is bad. And then I went to the window, I took a picture, and that's how I knew, okay, you know what, this is real, I'm not hallucinating, it's just these people have no sense of nighttime and letting people sleep. But anyways, that's just something that I wish people were more considerate, regardless if they're religious or not. But yeah, I don't like when people try to get me into their religious practices, just the same way that I don't go inside whatever church and I go, what the fuck are you doing here? This is a waste of time. Just go live your life. Like, I don't do that. People are free to believe in whatever they believe. People are, and should be, by the way, and people are and should be free to choose their own religion and choose their own practices. And oh man, I'm sorry for yawning. And yeah, so this person, like, what do you think? I just told you I don't. I just don't. And this one, like, if we are, let's say we are religious, or sorry, let's say that I'm religious. If I believe that God created everything, and that everything happens because God wants it to, in that case, children getting cancer is the work of God. Children being hurt, and I'm trying to be very careful here because YouTube is absolutely atrocious with words that actually exist. Anyways, but if you get my meaning of hurt, all types of hurt, it's because God wants it to. When you have companies and people making fortunes at the expense of health and living conditions of others, it's because God wants to. Then I have no respect whatsoever for this God, which means he's not good. God is a piece of shit. God is the piece of shit that allowed slavery to exist. God is the piece of shit that allowed the apartheid to exist. God is the piece of shit that allows torture to be a thing, that allows wars to be a thing, that allows dictators to be a thing. And I could go on and on and on and on and on this. But if I flip my idea of God into, no, God is great. The only things that God does are the good things. It's the devil or whatever figure or man, like mankind, that does the bad things. In that case, as good as God is, then he's not powerful. Because if he's really good and none of these things are changing except by human intervention, then God is just powerless. And if so, there's no point in praying. No absolute point in praying. Or doing any ritual or doing anything like that. So, bottom line is, believe in whatever you believe or you want to believe. Depends if you are in a journey to kind of figure out what your beliefs are. And just respect people regardless if they agree or disagree with your beliefs, regardless if they practice religion the same way you do, and stop trying to change other people around you. Because honestly, I find that offensive. So, to be true to myself, I really don't think about it, Beatrice. Okay, I get where you're coming from. Here's the thing. I think God is terrifying. Okay, that's new. I'm used to being monitored and judged by people who don't give a fuck about me. We're in the military, and we've still got it easy. Shit, the Venusian Confederacy is just 1984 with an anime mascot. I get apathy. What scares me about God, what keeps me at night, is that God might care. That he's seeing all of this, all of me, and has feelings about it. About all of us, feelings we can't even comprehend. A sentient mind that processes fucking everything and can do something about it and does do things, maybe, but you can't tell when, or maybe you can, but you just... He can do something about it, but he doesn't. Like, what? At night, when I get out of Vert... When you get out of Vert, what does that mean? Virtual? I look up at the stars and hope whatever eyes or eye that God has brushes over me. I feel ashamed for feeling that way, but it's true. Stop looking at me. Stop feeling. Please. I don't know what to say to this, like... I don't know, like, this just reminded me of a... So, my grandma, had a best friend. Unfortunately, none of them are here yet. They both passed away. But my grandma had this ride or die friend. And this friend, one time, when I was spending the holidays, the summer holiday with my grandma, like, one of the things we used to do was after dinner, my grandma would meet up with her friends at night, like in a park, and just have a conversation, mostly about like what TV shows they watch and what things they read in the magazines, but something healthy. And I really enjoyed those things, and I just went with my grandma. And one time, the topic was no longer TV shows or like those magazines that talk about rich people's lives and whatnot. The topic was what happens after death. And my grandma was like, I don't know, heaven, I think, and hell, and, you know, church stuff. Because my grandma was religious. And her best friend was like, see, I think I figured it out. When we die, we remember everything that happened here. But so when we die, we don't die. We just go up there, like sky, and with all our memories. The moment that we talk about those memories, that's when God comes behind us and stabs us to death. That's when we really die. So, no matter what, when we go up, we cannot talk. And I just, like, listen to this and like, that's crazy. That's hilarious, but also crazy. Like, anyways, yeah, everyone has their own beliefs, as, well, crazy as it may sound to some people, anyways. Like, I don't know what to say to this. None of these lines are things that I would reply to this. Like, it sounds like this character, because I still don't know what it is. If it's a robot, if it's a person, I can't figure it out. But has been living with so much anxiety. Like, this character has been living with death anxiety for so long. You need therapy or a software update, I don't know. Like, I don't have this. I never had this. Not be here. The help? Sorry, I get snarky when I'm about to die. Shit, even that sounds sarcastic. I'm really not trying to fucking text. Do these things support Unicode text? Do we have emojis? Oh my god. Thinking face. Huh. I guess that answers my question. Funnily enough, that one's super illegal on Venus. What the fuck? Why? When Captain Borinar went down, I freaked out. He taught me everything I know about surviving. Not boot camp bullshit, that's conditioning. I'm talking about the stuff that gets you through this life after an engagement day is over. What? Oh my god, I can't read. This life after an engagement is over, the day after day. The stuff you use to help others do it too. I couldn't believe that he was gone, and once I got to his body, I froze because I went through Cap's data log. It wasn't chain of command. I wanted something to remember him by, but I ended up finding... Fuck it. I've got some existentially terrifying news. How do you want to hear this? Like, good news first or something like that? Something like that. Which is it? That or something like that? Okay, exactly that. Thank you. So, any good news? We're, most of us, we aren't human. Do you ever wonder why we don't get to meet people outside of armor? We can't even control the airlocks on these mechs ourselves unless we are in critical condition. We meet... Screw. Okay. And eat invert because most of us aren't human. For every 1,000 soldiers deployed, exactly 7 are physical people, and no one is told which is which, including the AI, who think they're regular people. But how could they think that, though? The sensation of getting inside the mech, the alloy still on your toes, they could fake it. They could... Humans are pattern breakers. That's it. Just enough free thought to keep data center millions of miles away from identifying, calculating attack patterns, and slaughtering everything. I don't know if Borinar was human, Courtney. I don't know if he knew. I don't know if he even cared. I can't remember being born. Did people used to remember that? Was it taken away from us so we wouldn't know the truth? Are we the first people to lose the memory of where we came from, to prop up a world built on no one knowing anything? I don't know, Courtney. I don't know anything, and I'm scared, and I'm dying. No. I find it so hard to believe that AI would not know their AI. I find it less hard to believe that a human would know they're human. Wait, what am I saying? Wait, I confused myself. I don't see how AI would not know their AI. And as far as human goes, I can see people getting their memories erased, but not being convinced that they're not human. Because there's a body. I mean, unless it's kind of like The Evil Within when they had a bunch of people connected to... Well, to be fair, it's been ages and I don't quite remember the story, but they were connected to a... Was it a machine or was it a brain? I can't remember what it was. Like, for the sake of storytelling, I think this would be a major reveal, let's say, for them. I mean, it clearly is for her. Yup. If we open our airlocks and we do have physical forms, we'll die. Hair's shot. If we don't have actual bodies, we'll still go out when these mechs do, but we won't know what we really are. We're going to die on a planet people don't even live on anymore. 2087, interstellar moving day for the United Continents. Trivia. I won a trivia night with that fact. It was at a bar. I remember writing down the answer on my tablet so hard that the letter from the dirty booth was vibrating. I can't remember if it was invert or real. I didn't care. Why in the flying spectacular fuck did this happen? What did I sign up for this? Why are we here? I'm so sorry for everything, especially the mean stuff. Boronar could have told me. He could have just told me. I'm not crazy, even if some of our conversation was suggested otherwise. I'm not crazy or irrational for thinking that something exists beyond myself that I can't see or fully comprehend. The thing is, if this isn't virtual, how would she not know that she's a human? How the fuck would she not know? Because she's just saying that, oh, if we open the airlock and there's a body, how would you not know that there's a body or not? You already know. You already fucking know. Look at that sky. Just fucking look at it. I saw how small I am in this universe and thought something has to fill all that empty space. I mean, isn't the universe like continually expanding? Someone has to care about us. I do believe that, but now I'm looking up. When we thumped here, in what is basically our graves, I had one thought in my head. Can God hear circuits? It sounds pretentious and absurd, but I thought that. I felt tears on my cheeks and wonder if they were real. I just murdered a man or machine or something, and I'm crashing here next to this flaming corpse, wondering if God listens to computers. Or does he just drown out the buzzing? Here's the thing. I don't remember before being born. I mean, to be fair, I don't remember, like, being my mother's uterus. I don't remember being born. I don't remember the first years of my childhood. So, personally, what I think happens when one dies is exactly the same as what was happening before us gaining a conscious, before us having a memory, before us nothing. Nothing. Is just that. So, and for the people that experience near-death situations, like on the verge of actually dying, they just, like, at least from the testimonies, let's say, that I've read or listened. One of which was actually in person. It was a person that I know. She described it as like this immense sensation of peace, no longer feeling pain, feeling as if she's floating, and just wanting to relax and just wanting to go to sleep, just wanting to fall asleep. And her mother was a nurse and was with her at the time and kept her awake, because if this person had fallen asleep in that state, it would be very, very, very difficult to save her life. So yeah, I think that's ultimately what happens. You just stop existing, period. Like, this is not what she wants. And this is... Alright, what's up, Beatrice? I'm going to open the airlock, Courtney. The sun's going to rise and I'm going to know. For once, I'm going to know something. Will you do it with me, please? I really don't want to be alone for this. Yes, it does. It fucking does. Okay, let's do it. You know, I don't think God can love everyone. If he did, it wouldn't mean anything. You know you love something because you know what hate is. No, not at all. And fear and love isn't any of those things. Love can be the fear of losing someone. A pet, like, death anxiety is a real thing. You know? You know you love something because you know what hate is. No. No, this is not it. If he's truly anything like us, he holds grudges. He changes his decisions. Okay, but changing decisions is something actually positive. Like, if you change your mind on topics, that's a good thing. You can take things too far, or not far enough. I guess it's what I'm banking on, that some part of God is just vicious, and petty, and eccentric, and short-sighted enough that he can understand us, even if we aren't human. I believe he's better. Last chance, Courtney. I'm in. Oh, there it is, the sun. Let's just do it. If there's no hope, of the little bits and pieces of the Bible I read, there was this one part that always stuck out to me. It was about this guy named Moses. I don't know enough. He really was a prophet, a leader. Him and God were on really good terms, apparently, but when he asked to see God's face, God said he couldn't. God said if someone looked at him directly, they would die. We're already dead, Courtney. I'm not committing suicide. I really don't believe I am. I'm going to see him, Courtney. I'm going to see God's face, and I'm going to find out if he loves me. Wow. Is this so delusional? My God, I was right. It's beautiful. That's the sun! Is that a person? Die. Oh. Oh well. Hello. Hello. Alright, so my interpretation is I think that was a person, which again I find really weird that they didn't know. I just can't grasp my head, my Jesus. I can't wrap my head around it. And us, we just don't know. We will never know. I think the odds are against us, in the sense of her description of, if it's in a thousand deployments, only 7 of those are actually human. So the odds are definitely against us in there. Um, it was hard to be supportive based off the available choices that I had at my disposal. Um, Most of it just felt like I wouldn't say any of these things. I really liked the voice acting in the beginning was so good. I don't give a shit about the things that were said, but the voice itself and the way that the lines are read, really really good. Um, I think it's more of I think this game is more of a trigger, let's say, to psychological discussion about, is there a god, and if so, what type of god, and I, I can't think of anything else. But as examples of questions about this topic, because I just say no, and if I say no, then there's no room for further questions. But this could be an interesting experience for probably someone with different beliefs than mine, and I have no idea if this game is even on Steam. If it is, I'll leave the Steam link. If not, I leave the itch.io link. So yeah, this has been Can Androids Pray? Really short game. I just made this a lot longer because I can't shut the fuck up when I'm playing these sort of experiences that kind of, I don't know, make me think about things, and yeah, I'm just what's the word? I mean, I can only think of Portuguese words right now. But yeah, I just talk a lot, and I struggle to never shut the fuck up. So yeah, this has been Can Androids Pray? Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.